What's up, everybody? Britt here, back today playing some more Tower Dominion. And we had a pretty fun, successful endless run last time with homegirl Captain Scarlet, killing it. Super fun character. And there's tons of other fun characters that I encourage you guys, if you ever feel like you got a couple bucks in your wallet and you feel like buying a game to kill a bunch of hours. This game has been killing it for me. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I actually have no idea what Frontier mode is compared to this. It's denoted separately, and I unlocked it once I beat the game with this character. So I figured, you know what? Commissar Anacia is super strong and also very fun. I love the Grenadier builds. So we're going to try to do that. We're going to try to lean into the Grenadier theme today. Take on the Frontier mode, whatever that is. Oh, okay. Okay, never even clicked on the button. Clicking on the button live is always a tough look. But so we can increase, what would you call this in like every other roguelike ever? There's a name for this, where you can artificially increase the difficulty for rewards. We unlock special dotations? Hold on, that's a Google. What the hell is a dotation? This is a word that I do not know. I know a lot of words. I don't know what a dotation is. Dotation. An endowment is the synonym that came up. A dotation was a grant of revenues from territory conquered by the First French Empire. The hell? A sum of money put at the disposal of the branch in the same manner as equity capital. Okay. I'm hurting my brain trying to learn what this is. But let's see how we can accumulate at least 5 to unlock special dotations. I want to know what a special dotation is. What can we do that I think we could do very well? HU loses 5% every wave. This is pretty easily countered by just getting a little bit of repair going. I'm not scared of that. Rerolls cost an extra 10 recon. I'm going to take that. I almost never on this particular faction use rerolls, and I'm always using my recon. So this is not even a hindrance to us. I definitely don't want all buildings to have -1 range. Every 4 waves get 1 negative doctrine. No thank you. On threat reveal, lose 30% of current supply. That's not terrible considering I pretty much always spend all of my supply every wave, or plan to. But still, I think that could be pretty tough. Tier 3 foes gain 15% speed. That feels pretty dangerous. At wave 6 and 8, Bryta spawn a nest. I'm not that scared of that either. The nests just generally give you a good idea of where you should focus your firepower. -1 choice in reinforcements is pretty brutal, but I could probably get along with that. -50% resource amount in reinforcement. This would be a lot easier on, I forget the name, the Pagans, or whatever that faction's called. Because most of their income doesn't come from reinforcements, it comes from actual income. Slow is less effective. Huh. Lurking Alpha Lekos, a new enemy. That's kind of cool. And if we manage to whittle the game down to 1 battlefront, we actually take a penalty of all the enemies getting a plus 25% HP. So we could easily play around this by always making sure we have at least 2 battlefronts open. And I'm just curious to see what this guy does, but then what do we take in addition? I'm tempted just to take Frozen Logistics and call that good. And then see, we get 1 special dotation. Let's see what that is. We'll learn together. And this is our special dotation. We get a bundle. We either get 150 supply, 1 ammo depot, or 1 relay antenna. So 1 relay antenna over the course of 35 waves will pay out, I don't remember what the exact number is, or I would just do the math. 35 times, I don't know, it's like 25 or 30 or something. Obviously way more than 150. And an ammo depot is an incredibly powerful blueprint. I'm going to go with the relay antenna. An early relay antenna sounds pretty nifty. And we're not really getting blessed by these starting zones here. I'm trying to imagine how I could bring them all together, and at least one, if not one direction, then two. So there's three entrances going in this direction. There's one going in this direction, two in this direction, and one in this direction. That's kind of how I'm looking at it, in case you're curious, and how we can bring this together. And our starting zone that we can build is a little rough. We're trying to close off. I think we play into the 3 going this way, and then try to close this one off. And that's about as far as I can see into the future right now. In terms of getting this relay antenna down right away, we've got a few options here and here. I think we drop this here. It's not an amazing spot. And then, because we're going to get hit so hard, so this character, we want to do everything in our power to buff Grenadiers. So that means we go Operations Room and Company Command Squad, as well as getting all the upgrades in the officers' quarters that lean into that. But we can't do that right away. We've got to build other stuff first. This is a crucial position. And we may just want to just fully upgrade this. Yeah. I don't hate that. We're going to take a few hits. Wherever our hero runs out, we'll be safe. But yeah, we took a little bit of damage there. Yeah. More Grenadier production is going to be great. This is really hard to pass, though. Especially early game. This kind of cements our early game safety. Whereas this is kind of a longer term play. I think we take this. I want to minimize the amount of damage we do. Did I? I don't even remember what I took. Okay, extra reroll cost and... yeah, okay. So we didn't take the one that damages us. I was considering that one, but we didn't take it. We'll go here. And then perhaps... I want something that covers me from a lot of angles. Here is not terrible. We've got 4 entrances here. And it also gives me a little bit of coverage there. I don't hate that. So every wave we're getting more and more Grenadiers. You'll see more of these dudes running out. But they're not going to get really strong until we can consolidate them. Okay. We'll build outwards here. That's still good coverage. I'm happy with that. Man, this is rough. We'll upgrade those. Yeah, these flyers are killing us. What does this give me? 15 supply production. So not as much as I thought. Go for the supply. Eventually we'll be able to build this. We don't have the recon yet. 2,000 base HP is a lot. But we're not making our base into a fortress. We're making it into a means to an end to increase the strength of our Grenadiers. Imperial Barracks. If you place it next to your headquarters, and we don't really have the best spots to do it. They're just not optimal. If we place it next to this, there are upgrades that you can get that increase the strength of your Grenadiers. Just get used to me saying the word Grenadiers a lot this episode, because we will be saying it a lot. This would be ideal, right? Even this would be great. This is kind of crummy. There is an upgrade that increases the range of this, which will kind of let it hit a little bit more here, a little bit more here. But it's not ideal. So I'm going to avoid that for the moment. Something like that, perhaps. Even something like this, I don't hate. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll look to upgrade these guys. And we're taking some hits here. Would behoove us to probably put something there. I love zero-cost platforms, but I think we just need to take stuff. Man, what do we do? What do we do? I think our best option here is to build in a this early fashion. Have 3 this way, and then eventually this will be rounded off. Man, this is tough. Or a corner here, perhaps. Yeah, it's tough. I need something here, man. More anti-air, please. We're struggling a little bit. Might want to get veteran reinforcements there. You know, the Puma position is going to give us great anti-air. But I think I just need cash right now. I'm trying to remember exactly what this upgrade is and how much it costs. There's probably a way to do that to look at the upgrade before you place it. Let me see. I think I can click here and I can still cancel. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. So what we want to do is we get 3 grenadiers if we place it next to a sturdy bunker like these guys. So we could put this here and get 3 there. We can increase the HQ's HP and damage by 10%, which would be good if we were outfitting it with guns, but we're not. So instead, we'd probably opt for the increased range. And then with some tech, we could get +5 Grenadier production. So let's erase that. Let's build this here. And then look to get these upgrades straight down the line here. And see what that does for us, if anything. This won't be the most immediately useful upgrade, so we may want to pause on that for a second, actually. Build out here. I'm happy we placed it down. It is good. It is going to help us cover here. If we upgrade the range, we'll get a little extra coverage there, but we don't have enough to do that at all in like one fell swoop. So we're just going to hold. We'll hodl our Doge, if you will, for a second. Let's analyze the board a little bit. We really got to narrow down the focus, because our Grenadiers are kind of just running off into no man's land, which wastes so much of their DPS. These are cheap, which is why I'm taking them. Not because they're amazing, necessarily. We'll drop that there. Couple upgrades. Don't want to die to flyers. Nice coverage. Kind of saving these positions for the Bastion. You know what? An early structural network, pretty good. We're going to place a lot of buildings. So we're prepared to get the benefit from that. This, with a good corner position, we can 2 corners and we close off this whole side. So we're going to be really hoping to do that. This is a pretty crummy position, but I do want to get all of our buildings bonus damage to air. And with a little bit of upgrades, this tower does become somewhat useful. It'll get us good damage. It'll become a lot less useful once we close off this part of the map. And we're a long ways from doing anything with this. This particular zone. That's a problem for another day. Let's just stack blueprints for right now. And with 160 bucks, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get us a second heavy Vencedor here. And let's see where the enemy ends up coming out of. Probably here, if I had to guess. Yeah, we're taking some big hits. Reminds me of Madeline. The old, like, French children's story about the little girls who walk in a straight line. I mean, even a corner here would be excellent, too. I think we just got to throw this out. We got to get a little bit of separation here. So that we have space to do more damage. Takes the enemies a little bit longer to get to us. Our Grenadiers are doing work. They don't suck. Man, look at that. An early retribution position. Plus, the doctrine we just got counteracts the frozen logistics. So we're going to get back up to having 3 choices, which is huge. What do we build now? I'm tempted to try to throw one of these down in a nice central location to get a lot of coverage. This is pretty good. Probably worth the investment to give it just that little bit extra range. And a swing and basically a whiff for that first shot. But that's okay. Like I said, we're holding off on officers' quarters and our operations room upgrade. The Grenadiers, whenever they go down a wave, they're already clear. So that's not the problem. Another Imperial Barracks plays into what we're looking for here. Yeah, this is pretty good too. We're starting to close off a lot of space. I like it. Drop a sturdy bunker here to unlock the extra damage for all of our buildings per battlefront. So we have 3 battlefronts currently, so 15% damage on all of our buildings. And it's going to hit stuff. And if we upgrade it with a cannon, it'll have better range. It'll be able to do more for us than it currently is. We need everything right now, man. We need so much. I think we just take cheap. Go cheap. So we don't actually need this to be placed next to the HQ, but we did want it to be placed next to a sturdy bunker. So we could put this here. Pretty good position. And end up getting these same benefits whenever we're ready for them. And we've got the cash to unlock them. Might want to rush these. Now, these are some pretty cheap upgrades. I don't know what the burglar does, I don't know what the chaplain does, and I don't know what the field medic does. I can only imagine they give some benefit to the wave itself, some extra strength I don't know about. But they also greatly increase the HP of the Grenadiers. And we're getting to the point now where we have a critical mass. Do we just keep taking barracks? Yeah, sure. Okay, we got our first corner piece, man. This is huge. So I'm going to close this off because it's right next to the base. Next would probably be here, here. But we need more corners. And it'd be nice to have some recon production. That way we could roll into what we want. But we don't have it. So we could get it, but we don't have it. Let's get more infantry HP and a field medic. We need some more defenses here, too. That whole grenadier wave just gets wasted. Probably need some more killing power here as well. This could pay dividends in the future. This is what I need right now. Choices and decisions. That's pretty good. This is also pretty good. Lots of coverage. And depending on how we upgrade it, it gets better and better. I'm going to place that there. Probably want to just go ahead and get veteran reinforcements here. Getting a little spooky, getting a little spooky, man. Here too. I mean, we're cutting it close in every location right now. Would love to get another retribution position. Would also really love to get this vicious crossfire and recon. Sketchy. Super sketchy what we're doing here. If we build this way, then now we've got enemies coming from here. When we close this off, there'll be no one coming from this direction or this direction. It'll be from here and here. And over time, we might even be able to curve one or the other in another direction. So this gives me 300. I don't have enough money to build anything there right now. But we will in a second. Probably just toss down a sturdy bunker. We're starting to tighten everything up, guys. It's starting to look better. A mortar could be just what the doctor ordered. And I think it is. Let's lower the range a little bit. Let's get an extra, is that 30% damage and rate of fire? And then we could use our tech, which we're currently not even using, get massive range for the future, and 200% damage and rate of fire. We just made a really sick tower that's going to really help us right now. We'll get simple design. We're not on height of 0, but it's just cheap. 30% reload speed. Spend the money when we got it. Get the company burglar. 40. It'll be an extra 80 HP because we have 2 battlefronts. Another medium mortar position. I love to see that. We'll build you out. And we got no cash, man. We're starting to take a lot of damage. These guys will clear. These guys will clear. We'll go for the cybernetic loader. We got to spend some of this tech now, or else we're just not going to survive. An electric arc cannon could be insane. And ultimately, I think minus 5% upgrade costs is a way bigger discount than plus 10% building costs is a detriment. We also don't have any repair. And as much as I think the other options were better, I think we need repair like right now. Where do we put this mortar? Unfortunately, we don't have an immediate... This has to be on the height of 1. I was considering seeing if I could put a platform, put this here, but you can't. I want this in a nice central location. This is not bad. especially if we use tech on it. This is also not bad. Something like this. Once again, if we use the tech on it. Yeah, and I think we do. We just need a little bit of cash to make this very good. Quickly, quickly, quickly. We're getting hit by these fast movers and we're dead. Damn. I just couldn't get the pieces together fast enough. I should have probably been more aggressively re-rolling with the little bit of recon I had to try to get that corner piece. Yeah, I was being very greedy with my placement. Man. We're only at 25 minutes into today's video. What could we do that might be fun? Maybe just take on like a much simpler challenge. I did want to check that out. But let's go ahead and see. I mean, these guys I've got pretty well locked in. Quadruples the chances of building doctrines to appear instead of regular doctrines. Starting escort gets 2 extra Praetorian guards. Let's see if we could take... Man, how do you say that name? Kanazi? Dinshikova. I mean, I speak a little Russian. And I'm like, man, I don't know how to pronounce that. That's may not be a Russian name. I don't know. But this should be much simpler than what we were just doing. Don't love this starting stitch that we have going on. We'll try that. We'll place that. Not a lot of elevated positions here either. Maybe something like that. Let's see how that does. Ooh, nowhere near enough damage to cover this. I should have thought of that. There's 3 entrances, man. That's a lot. And we'll take an early structural network. We'll get some value out of that. The problem is our Praetorian Guard in the early game, they don't spawn fast enough to defend us. By the time these guys spawned where they thought they needed to go, they screwed us and they went to the wrong direction. So we need to push out in every direction here. This is good. I like corners. We'll kit these out. Probably want to get one of these as soon as possible. Man, we're taking a ton of damage today. Maybe my thinker is off. Whatever the hell a thinker is. Yeah, you guys are just running to the wrong side, man. Maybe should have rushed some Reaper turrets. Let's get the batch production. For a little bit of, it looks like 40 extra supply. And here. So what we've just done is made it so that it's 2 to 1 now. So we really need to do something to make sure that this is strong. And that's going to be build a sturdy bunker here. But I'm expecting more problematic flyers, which is what we got. So we're going to need to upgrade it ASAP. Man, they're crushing me. Maybe another sturdy bunker. That's not bad. We need one more, man. We need one more right here. They're just too close. Commander getting XP is HP rather is not very good. I mean, this is huge. I hate to squander an excellent corner piece. Let's get veteran reinforcement here. And reinforced pivot. Keep this group from hitting me at all. And got crushed by air again. Damn. Will I have enough to get Reaper cannons to cover me? Could put a Puma down somewhere right there. Here. But we don't have enough supply to upgrade it quickly. Yeah. And unfortunately, we don't quite have enough supply to go support radar into Reaper turrets, but we do have enough to go support helipad into Reaper turrets, so let's do that. Man, it didn't even defend itself all that well. Man, am I just bad today? Am I just going to upload a bunch of losses? Perhaps. Perhaps. I'm actually a little bit happy that I'm losing. If I just crush this game all the time, it would not be as much fun as it is. And currently it's a hell of a lot of fun, so... It might sound weird to say, but I'm not altogether unhappy that I'm currently getting wrecked. What we need, though... And I think we're just going to die here. So I've made this very tough. We're going to buff there. But this, the flyers are going to come here and kill me. If I understand the mechanics of this game correctly. And I think I do. Let's see. Almost, almost. We made a nice little square here, but will it be enough? What do we even do with this recon if we get it? There's really nothing for us to do. Yeah, and a big forward position right here is kind of crazy. Little recon production, I'm not mad at that. I think this is what we got to do for right now. And then we're going to look to upgrade this very quickly. Very quickly. I think that's bad English. Give these guys detection. Are we going to do it? Are we getting it? Are we alive? Our HP slowly creeping back up. It's a good sign. Man, I need everything. I need cheap stuff too. This is what I want to put here. It just, once again, it sucks. This is bad. This is very bad. How do I like this, though? I wish I had a Mirador. I wish I had a little more cash to put a Durandal right here. There's a bunch of stuff that I want. But in lieu of that, I think we just put a sturdy bunker down here. Everything's going to have to run past here at some point. And this guy's going to be Overwatch on all of it. And we're trying to get to Paleo Augmentix. That'll give us massive coverage for air. The camo guys are getting a little bit too close for comfort. Upgrade our mirror door there. All buildings, yeah. Do we take this? That buffs all of our sturdy bunkers, of which we have 4, by 10%. I think that's pretty good. That's a little spooky. We don't need much here to make this good. Let's get 100, and then we'll spend 2 tech. And then we can forget this tower here. We really want to get the stars call down as well to reduce the cost of all of our buildings by 15%. We're getting into the mid-game now, and we don't have it placed yet. So we've been missing out on a lot of value. It just didn't feel like there was a good time to ever do it. Scout's hideout, pretty cool. I'm looking for singles here, guys. Singles. And not in like a dating website way. Let's put this here. Starting to get a little worried about that. We have a little bit of recon production going. We just need so much of everything right now. That'll help with the detection. Take a couple werewolves. We're starting to... This kind of centralized location here is really powerful. This spot. Let's get 100. And check out the range on that bad boy. Any flyers that come to get close to here, they're going to get hit by the anti-air design targeting priority. Veteran reinforcements would probably be great to get. Another mirror door we've been wanting. And finally we can build out a little bit here. Little recon production, we're cool with that. Would probably just place a mirror door here and very quickly get it fully upgraded to help fight any of the stronger camouflage dudes that might run that way. But we've got a ratio going here, 4-to-1, not to mention the air guys that might try to fly by. How are we doing here? These are all powerful positions that need to get upgraded eventually. We just are so short on cash. Yeah, and a medium mortar position is pretty cool. Sitting anywhere here would be good. Let's get a large squad going for these guys. Man, we gotta build this. We gotta build this like sooner rather than later. Otherwise, we're gonna miss out on the benefit entirely. I think we're enough ahead right now that we can afford to take kind of like a turn off to get this done. And with Cross of Ellipse, that's a nice DPS bonus when our commander dies. And our commander is dying occasionally. And as this gets harder, the commander will die more and more often. Man, our income is so low. Plasma fence, will we even ever have the cash to build that? Probably not. We build here, and we build to close off in this direction. Alright, now everything we build is on a discount. Huzzah. We've been trying to get to this point since the beginning. That's why normally I try to shoehorn in this immediately. But I found it tough this particular game to get that done. We'll get local supply. We're built next to 1. Is that it? 2? That's 10% damage. Need a little help with these camo guys. And they'll do damage to everything else, but I think for the camo guys, that's what we need them for. Decimation position, one of my least favorite towers, but in the right spot, like here, could do amazing. Or even here. I mean, we've just got so much flat ground to play with. Yeah. And the thing I like the most about it, it's very cheap. So right now, it's not going to do very well with its particular kind of shooting. But once we give it the frag launchers, it'll cover here and here, and then you can upgrade it several different ways for relatively cheap. So that'll cover us against waves where there's a ton of enemies. The slow here wouldn't be bad to unlock as well. It's also just not a bad position for a sturdy bunker. Also buffs our scout tower, not that that's a massive concern. We've got so many towers we can't even afford to build right now. I think that's great. More damage. See him trying to fly by us right there. What we probably really need is a mortar. Not a ton of bad places to put that mortar. And use some of the tech that we have. We've just been sitting on. We'll take the recon. That's going to allow us to get the compact charges, which is a nice slow. Put these dudes super far away. And huge additional range. We got this just in time to benefit from it. Wish we had enough for another medium mortar. We might just save this wave and see if we can't get one. A Warwolf position here would also be really strong. You know what? Let's do that. I don't want to wait. I feel like we're in danger this wave in particular. And you can see we kind of were. Still am. Barely cleared there. Did the Warwolf make the difference? I don't know. Sanctioned cannon, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Let's build here. Bonus damage versus shields is good. We can unlock that. That would be great. Would love to get the solid foundation upgrade here. Also looking and recognizing that we need something to cover us versus air here. That was a bit of a panic purchase, but I think it was a fine one. Scout hideout. I like that. Could put another Durandal right here to get the benefits of long barrel. Love a zone command. You can use this to get and generate a ton of resources for yourself. And they kind of slot into some really I was about to use some pretty inappropriate phrasing there. But they can fit in a lot of good spots. I'll just say that. And they have really good AoE. I'd prefer to put this somewhere where I know it's going to hit a ton of stuff. No matter what the wave. Like, this is kind of interesting. It covers this whole area. But it's a little suboptimal, so I'm kind of hesitating. This is going to get additional weaponry. This is not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. This is not bad either. We'll build here. And then we'll look to kit it out. Additional range, additional weapons. And for very cheap, you've got a nice series of towers there. This is very sketchy. Buff our Durandal. Give it more targets that it can shoot. Right now I'm thinking, where can I put my Miradors? I'm worried about air coming here now. I want to keep an eye on this wave. See what it looks like. Yeah, a flyer made it through from the top. That's not great. We're going to need to put probably another Mirador here. Just go for the easy, cheap upgrades. Large squad here should really help with the anti-air. No! Are we going to die? Man, dying to air feels bad. But we know what the problem is. We just have to solve it. It's not quite the range I'm looking for. We've got retribution position staring us in the face. And a super heavy pulse defense. I mean, that's crazy. Okay. This is a very good spot. It could really go anywhere, as long as it's also covering up here. How about this? How do I feel about this? Because I can get 2 of these bad boys. Do I have any platforms? I do not. I don't like that. Let's place you there. Let's look to get another mortar here to make use of our last remaining tech. This guy also likes tech, but I'm not in love with that upgrade. And with the cash that we currently have remaining, we can just straight up give it 50% extra damage. Definitely want to get down the super heavy pulse defense. Definitely want to get the underground garage. Man, I was really hoping this would help us clear the air there. I should have just built 2 of those. Damn. Anyway, guys, a bit of a fail this episode, but I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. My name is Brett, channel's Guitar Gaming. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, y'all. Let me know in the comments if you think I could have done something different that would have made that fight a lot easier. I don't mind a little backseating. But anyway, take care, y'all.